Suryavan, come. I knew you would come. The prince's name was Suryavan, and the prince was taken aback. This must be the master. This must be the Mahavira, else who can ever know the name of a stranger? Such an enlightened being has to be none other than the divine master, the Mahavira. He immediately went inside and he saw the Mahavira seated in the lotus position. What a beautiful moment it was. How graceful the master looked, how strong his body was. The prince recollected that at one time Mahavira was also a prince, a warrior, the aura, the bliss, the peace. He could feel the grateful omnipresence of the divine master. And without wasting a single moment, he said, Master, I have renounced the world. Now I just want to be with you. Please make me your disciple. Mahavira opened his eyes, and now the prince could see the eyes of the master. So deep, so divine. There was so much of compassion in those eyes, so much of divine stillness. He waited to hear the words of the master, and the master said, Suryavan, you have been my disciple from many lives. This is not the first time that you have come to me. I have accepted you long back. I have been waiting for you. I have been receiving your prayer from the day you have been praying to meet me. Come, here is the way. What you seek is always seeking you. And the prince moved towards the master. He hugged the feet of the master. Putting his head in the master's lap, he simply started crying. He couldn't control his feelings. He couldn't control his overflowing love towards the master. The more he cried, the better he felt. Those tears were tears of joy, of love, of devotion, and of total submission to the master. Every holy book, every religion that exists under the sky simply shares one universal message: surrender to the Almighty. Unless you surrender, no matter how much clever or intelligent you may think of yourself, you are never ever going to understand the true essence of this human life. To surrender yourself towards the Master, you need not be enlightened. All you need is unwavering faith and love towards Him. The way towards enlightenment is only through total submission to the Master. For a long time, he just kept his head in his lap, and the Master smiled. He moved his soft, gentle hand and said, what a beautiful moment of love it was. The disciple moving towards the master moving towards his disciple. How beautiful is this? How divine is this? How to express such an oneness? It is beyond the power of words. A single moment of love is equal to the whole eternity of love. Mahavira took Prince Suryavan's hand in his and raised him up. Then with a smile he said to the prince, it is getting darker. Please go and drink some water from the nearby river. You will need it to cook some food. What could be more divine, more rewarding, more joyful than to serve the master? Prince Suryahan readily started serving the master. His joy knew no limit. The more he would serve the master, the more he would rejoice. This is what true love is, selfless and unconditional. Love exists only when you feel joy in your heart. That is the sign of true love. To love means to drop the ego, to drop yourself. Love means not to be. If you are somebody, then love never happens. To experience true love, you have to become a nobody. And a wise prince who must have millions and millions in his treasury, who must have had hundreds of servants out of love for the divine master, had now become a nobody. And the moment he became a nobody, love was experienced. Rejoicing in his true love for the master, Prince Suryahan felt happy with him. But what disturbed him was the difficult life of being and ascetic. Half of his life he had been a prince. The lifestyle of the palace, the luxuries, the conveniences that he used to enjoy. He started feeling miserable without them. We cannot in a moment get rid of the habit of a lifetime and luxurious life, the conveniences of the palace, all of this had become a habit. It was difficult for Prince Suryakan to live such a difficult life. He had to move half naked. He had to sleep on the hard floor with no clothes. It was difficult. And so on the very second night, he started thinking of dropping out. This was not for him. There were so many mosquitoes. Meditating in such an environment was beyond his tolerance level. He could not meditate, so many mosquitoes, and he was half naked, and it was cold, and the place where he was sleeping was just in the middle, and hundreds of monks were staying there. The whole night he could not sleep. He had never lived that way. That was not his way of life. So in the night, he decided that the next morning he would leave. And just when he had made up his mind, Mahavira appeared before him. You may think that the master is not aware of your heart, but the reality is something else. Once the master accepts you, he is more attentive to every thought